coming? I never hear you coming. I just look up, and there you are. Order that without taking.
Targets, a 1968 film, stands out for its straightforward storytelling and the way it blends real-life horror with on-screen action. The movie has stayed relevant over the years because it shows how ordinary life can suddenly turn into a nightmare, a theme that still resonates today. One of the most memorable roles is that of the aging film star, played by Boris Karloff, who confronts the reality of modern-day terrors. His performance adds depth to the film and connects the golden age of cinema with the changing landscape of the late 1960s. As we explore the many layers of Targets, from its surprising moments to its emotional depth, we invite you to share your own experiences. What memory or personal story do you have about this film? Your insights add to the rich tapestry of its history. We'd love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. Keep watching as we dive into the funny, shocking, and sad facts that make Targets a unique piece of film history.
Go wash up.
No, I gotta go home.
Oh no, you're going to stay and help me with that thing tonight.
In 1968, a movie called Targets came out, and it was unlike anything people had seen before. It was about a young man who turns into a sniper and starts attacking strangers. This story was shocking because it showed a side of America that was scary and real. The movie was directed by Peter Bogdanovich, and it was his first big movie. What made Targets stand out was how it mixed a new story with parts of an older movie called The Terror, which had a famous actor, Boris Karloff. This was a smart way to make a new movie without spending a lot of money. Targets also made people think about how violence in the country was changing and becoming more random, which was a big deal back then. It's a film that reminds us that sometimes the scariest things can happen in everyday places.
Thinking about that. Would you go with him?
In a unique approach to filmmaking, the tension-filled sniping sequence at the oil tank was crafted without live audio recording. The sounds that heightened the scene's intensity were meticulously crafted and inserted during post-production, showcasing a blend of visual storytelling and sound design. Boris Karloff, the legend of the silver screen, held this film in high regard, naming it as his personal favorite, a sentiment shared by his daughter. His admiration for fellow actor George Kennedy was also well known. Adding to the authenticity of the film, the firearms used in the shooting range scene were actual models, specifically a Remington Nylon 66 and a Browning, both .22 caliber, which were operated by the character's Bobby and his father as they engaged in target practice. These details contribute to the film's realistic portrayal of its characters and their interactions with their environment.
Sure, why not? It's only money.
Will you take a check?
Yeah, sure. You've been in before, haven't you?
In a chilling overlap of fiction and reality, as Tim O'Kelly's character steps into his home, the airwaves carry a promotion for Anatomy of a Murder, a film that mirrors the narrative of a sniper's descent into violence. The broadcast omits James Stewart, the lead actor, instead highlighting Ben Gazzara, who not only portrays the murderer in Anatomy, but also later collaborates with director Peter Bogdanovich. This connection deepens as Bogdanovich directs Gazzara in St. Jack, and they all laughed, the latter featuring Dorothy Stratton, whose life was tragically cut short by her spouse. The drive-in scenes serve as a canvas for personal connections, featuring Frank Marshall's family and partner among the audience, and the film's Dolly Grip in a harrowing role as a father fatally shot beside his son. These scenes were filmed at the now-defunct Reseda Drive-In Theater, a detail prominently displayed, yet an error slips into the DVD commentary where Bogdanovich mistakenly identifies the Sepulveda Drive-In as the location. This mix-up inadvertently adds another layer to the film's interweaving of place and narrative.
Watch.
All right. When you go in, just turn around and go all the way up to the front, up by the screen. You won't be bothered.
In a memorable scene, the character Orlok, portrayed by Boris Karloff, narrates a chilling tale that echoes the style of Michael Avallone's radio stories from The Frightened. Karloff's narration, set to eerie music and sound effects, recalls the haunting atmosphere of his earlier recorded albums, such as Tales of the Frightened and Tales of Mystery and Imagination. Despite the character Orlok's disillusionment with his career in horror, the actor Karloff held a different view. He appreciated his successful career and was particularly fond of his role as Frankenstein's monster. The film itself, purchased by Paramount for $150,000, proved to be a profitable venture for producers Roger Corman and Peter Bogdanovich, earning them a profit before its release.
Going out with your dad again?
In a unique twist during filming, actor Boris Karloff brought his own creativity to a scene that was proving challenging. The script initially had his character Sammy laughing upon waking up hungover and seeing Byron Orlock in the mirror. Unable to perform the laugh, Karloff improvised, resulting in Orlock's startled reaction to his own reflection, which made it into the final cut. The name Orlock itself carries a legacy borrowed from the infamous Count Dracula figure in the 1922 silent film Nosferatu. This choice was a nod to the unauthorized adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula, where character names were altered to avoid legal issues, though unsuccessfully. The setting for Tim O'Kelly's character's home life was deliberately styled to mirror a distorted fairy tale. Bright, unusual colors and missing doorknobs created an unsettling, confined atmosphere, mirroring the twisted reality of the character's existence.
Rent the damn thing.
Well, why not?
In the process of acquiring a sniper rifle, the character Bobby spent an amount that reflects the economic changes over time, translating to approximately $2,900 in today's terms. Guidance from Samuel Fuller played a crucial role in financial decisions, emphasizing the importance of a well-funded final act to maximize the film's dramatic impact. Technical challenges arose during production, particularly when filming television screens due to differing frame rates between film cameras and televisions. This resulted in a visual discrepancy, which was creatively circumvented in most scenes except for one notable pan shot, revealing the limitations of the film's budget. The filmmakers' resourcefulness in addressing these issues highlights their commitment to the craft within the constraints they faced.
Here, I'll do that, dear.
In a striking turn of events, Peter Bogdanovich made his first mark as a director with this film. Known for his roles as menacing figures, Gary Kent took on a different part as a victim, a stark contrast to his usual screen persona. The opening scenes feature the Brass Rail Gun Shop, a real-life location in Los Angeles, setting the stage for the unfolding drama.
All this is quite unworthy of your many talents, but you are only
In a film that holds a special place for Sarah Karloff, her father delivered a performance that remains her personal favorite. Director Peter Bogdanovich, showing appreciation for Samuel Fuller's contributions to the screenplay, honored him by naming his character Sammy Michaels. The film, completed in a brisk 25-day shoot in December 1967, faced delays in release due to its sensitive subject matter. It was only after a prologue condemning gun violence was added that Paramount decided to distribute it. In the late 1960s, a film was created that became notable for several reasons beyond its narrative. During its production, Boris Karloff, despite severe health challenges, delivered a performance that earned him high praise. Battling emphysema, rheumatoid arthritis, and having only half of one lung, Karloff's dedication to his craft was evident as he worked on set with the aid of a wheelchair and oxygen mask. His physical struggles were apparent on screen, yet his commitment never wavered. Polly Platt marked her debut as a production designer and writer with this film, collaborating with her then-husband, director Peter Bogdanovich. The film's release was met with apprehension by its distributor, Paramount Pictures, due to its potential sensitivity following the assassinations of Martin Luther King and Senator Robert F. Kennedy. In response, they prefaced the movie with a pro-gun control message, a move that sparked disagreement from Bogdanovich. Despite these challenges, the film stands out for its raw portrayal of its characters and the era's social tensions.
The dinners are in the warmer, sir. Under the table.
In the process of creating a film that would stand out, Roger Corman placed his trust in Peter Bogdanovich, steering him towards the meticulous and organized approach of Alfred Hitchcock, rather than the more spontaneous and kinetic method of Howard Hawks. This guidance aimed to shape a film that was both precise and captivating. During production, Boris Karloff delivered a memorable performance, recounting W. Somerset Maugham's The Appointment in Samara flawlessly on the first attempt, earning applause from the crew. The film itself became a meta-commentary on the industry, with Peter Bogdanovich's character, Sammy, urging Karloff's semi-autobiographical role to partake in a meaningful film. Ironically, the very film they were in which stood in stark contrast to the less impressive works previously done with Corman. This layered narrative added depth to the film, as Karloff's character became an unexpected element within the larger tale of a spree killer, blurring the lines between fiction and reality.
That looks good. I didn't have time for lunch today.
Oh, Robert.
In a unique turn of events, director Peter Bogdanovich was presented with an opportunity to create a film under the guidance of producer Roger Corman, with a stipulation of incorporating footage from an earlier movie, The Terror, and casting Boris Karloff for a limited time. Karloff, captivated by the script, generously extended his commitment without additional compensation, dedicating 5 days to the project. This film also marked the beginning of Frank Marshall's career in feature films. Despite suggestions to cast a then unknown Jack Nicholson, who had a role in The Terror, Bogdanovich chose a different direction for the character of the killer. Nicholson's rise to fame occurred shortly after the release of this film.
Huh?
No.
Oh, yes, you are. You've been sulking around all evening ever since my little scene with Ed.
I have.